What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. Today we have Vivi here, and this is a little bit hard for me to say, but she is a courier driver. I got that one. So we'll sit down with her and see what she has for us. All right? Thanks. What's going on, guys? Please join me in welcoming Vivi here. Vivi, how you doing?
I'm good, Jay. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So we'll get started. Tell us a bit about your background, schooling, things of that nature. So we'll get started from there.
So I was born and raised here in Philly. I graduated from Jules E. Mastbaum Vocational Tech School.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So it's a vocational tech school. They had different vocational programs for us to choose from that I did from sophomore through senior. I was in the electrical program.
What is a vocational school? Because I am not familiar with this concept.
I don't know. Okay, Google. What is a vocational school?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. A vocational school is a type of educational institution which, depending on the country, may refer to either secondary or post-secondary education designed to provide vocational education or technical skills required to complete the tasks of a particular and specific job.
Oh, there you go.
I did try post-secondary school. It didn't necessarily work out for me, just because I don't feel like I was ready mentally. I went the spring semester right after high school, and I dropped out mid-semester, and nobody knew.
So for college specifically, you're saying,
it was
right?
Yeah. So that was at CCP, and then I tried EMT.
I'm going to deviate a little bit.
Okay.
How did you even get, why EMT? Why did you think
Got somebody talking me into it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I like helping people. I want to save lives. But looking back at it now, that's a really tough path to take. You really have to put up with some things and see some. And just imagine now, during the pandemic, having to, transport people and,
That's insane. So I'm all for people, if you don't think you're ready for college, college stuff like that, don't do it, because obviously it's a money obligation. I think that's primarily an issue. Yeah. On top of that, I also feel like I love that you mentioned saying that you're not emotionally ready for that next step.
Yeah.
That's big. When I think about my life, right? It's not just about being ready as a person, being ready financially and all that jazz, because that is part of it, but
Absolutely.
Actually mentally and emotionally being ready to take the next step is huge. So before we get into your current role, I kind of want to talk about your, you said that you're still looking for what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So this is what this show is about.
Right.
For people looking for what they wanted to do next, right? So what are potentially some of the steps you're taking to figure out what you want to do, if you can think of anything?
So some steps I've taken is just reading and doing more research on stuff, requirements to start a business or building my skills.
Okay.
Kinda. I like to cook. And people are encouraging me, why don't you cook for a living? And it's just I don't think it's that easy. I like to cook, but I don't mentally, I'm not there to do it professionally or as a living. And I think that it's a confidence thing for me. So I don't feel fully confident in branching out to do that right now.
Got you. Now, so what do you do now? What is your official title? Let's start there.
My official title, I'm a courier driver.
Okay.
For a company called Priority Express, and I'm a delivery driver. I pick, whatever needs to be dropped up. I pick up whatever needs to be dropped off, drop it off to our consumers, and I'm on my way. I do it part-time now. Before that, I was doing Lyft, but I stopped that completely because of the pandemic. So I'm doing this more, and I enjoy it.
Okay. So how did you get connected?
So I got connected through a friend who already had some experience and they brought this opportunity to me. I'm familiar with the area, so it came as second nature to me. So
what are you delivering?
Right now, I'm delivering medical supplies.
Okay.
To different facilities that include nursing homes, retirement centers, and some prisons.
Okay.
So.
Oh wow. Okay, some prisons.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Some prisons. But with the company, they have various contracts with different companies.
Mm-hmm.
So they're dropping reams of paper to offices. So they have a contract with like Staples, even with the U.S. Postal Service. So if you want something to get delivered, it's like some companies offer like overnight shipping. That's where we would come in, and they offer like either same day or next day, because you're probably going to be waiting a little longer for it if you use a UPS, FedEx, or
I never thought about
USPS.
that.
Yeah, I'm actually an independent contractor, so I work for myself because I can pick and choose what I want to do.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So that's kind of like how my pay goes as well.
Is like the work availability like good?
It is flexible.
Okay.
Like I said, I do this part-time, and I work full-time during the day, and I just do this for a few hours in the evening and on the weekends.
So how does it work? So you go, is there an app like you go on to? Like, am I thinking too complicated?
No. I work off of my phone, so all of my work orders go to my phone, and it's a manifest of where to pick up from, where to deliver to, and directions, GPS.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So is it like I'm kind of curious as to how the platform works. So is it like, okay, if you make this delivery, this is how much it's gonna cost, how much you're gonna get paid?
Right. So that part of it isn't on the app, but because there is a dispatch that I call into. So there's a whole nother part of the company that actually arranges the deliveries, pickups and drop off, that actually deal with the other consumers that are contracting us to do the work.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we know before we agree to do a job how much we're getting paid, and it varies, like distance.
That's what I was just about to be my next question. Yeah.
How much you're dropping off, whether you're using your own, whether you're using a regular like sedan or a cargo van or box truck. So if you're using any of those, you're obviously delivering bigger things, and because you need the space or whatever, they get paid more.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Since I am only using my, 4-door car, I'm not going to get asked to deliver a big, shipment of items. So I have a base rate because what I do is I do it every day.
Okay.
I'm there, Monday through Friday, and then on Saturdays, and I'm, going to the same facilities, seeing, the same people that have to, sign and take in the stuff. Right. I think it's worth it. Mm-hmm. I've made a pretty good amount of money. It actually replaced what I was doing with Lyft.
Got you.
Yeah.
So I know we're not focusing on Lyft, but like, how was your experience with Lyft? Because I kind of want to touch base on seeing like if that experience helped you with this.
Oh, it definitely. Just being able to deal with people, and getting around, reading the GPS.
Right.
Getting places quicker.
Right.
Just because
I know sometimes my way around. GPS might not be the best,
Yeah, it's been acting up lately. But yeah, Lyft was cool. I actually enjoyed doing Lyft. I had been doing it for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
So I stopped doing it, by choice because of the pandemic. I didn't want to put myself at risk, but they have implemented some policies that the riders and the drivers also have to follow.
So in terms of, looking at your future and potentially using what you're learning now to whatever you want to do, how do you think that's going to correlate?
I think by the time I have it figured out, I'll definitely be able to interact with people of different demographics.
I love that you said that. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Because I feel like that's really important. People of all different backgrounds, ages, So again, like whatever it is that I decide to do, because I don't have it figured out now, and I'm like still adjusting to new things and still working on my personal development. So that's really what I want to focus on before I make another like big decision.
Right. Now, in terms of your, I know you're doing this part time. How does your day to day look? Like, do you take like one big trip, or do you take like 3 small trips? Like, how do you decide and how do you go about your day?
Right. So it's just one big trip. I pick everything up at once and drop off accordingly. My stops are relatively close to each other.
Okay.
So I'm not going far distances.
Right.
But this is
That's
just the way.
Yeah.
Very convenient. But this is just the way my schedule is set up. There are people who drive from New Jersey down to Baltimore each day delivering things, and that's just their daily routine.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we have people driving from here to Delaware, up to New York.
Now, what do you think is the most enjoyable part of your job?
Some of the people that I've met.
Okay.
So I mentioned that I deliver to nursing homes.
Mm-hmm.
So before, when I was able to go inside.
So you actually get to deliver to if you were delivering something to me, you would come to me and actually physically deliver it.
So not necessarily, but when I was able to go up into the facility to meet the nurses,
mm-hmm.
On their floor rather. I saw some of the patients, and they would say hi to me, and I remember this one lady. She actually accidentally threw her ring in the trash can, and I saw her do it, and I had to flag the nurse down, hey, she just threw her ring in the trash can. Somebody should go get it. And she's like, really? And sure enough, the ring was in there, and she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Wow. So I just really enjoy seeing the familiar faces every day, and I honestly do enjoy it.
Gotcha.
Working in inclement weather sucks, obviously. We had snow recently, about 6 inches. I didn't get a call about it being canceled, like my route being canceled. So I left out the house earlier to get there at a reasonable time, and halfway there, which actually took me an hour to even get halfway, I got a call saying that it was canceled. And I had to basically turn back around.
Do you get compensated for that?
I don't actually, because it's independent contract work, so I'm like my own boss.
Right.
Yeah, just because I make up my own schedule. And at the end of the year, we fill out 1099, so there isn't any taxes taken out or anything like that.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
As of right now, I feel like my greatest accomplishment is being able to adapt to different environments. I feel like I do very well with that, and knowing how to deal with and talk to people.
Okay, I really like that, because you have to deal with people anywhere you go.
Exactly.
So being able to be adaptive to that.
Yeah, being able to keep my cool in a difficult situation, kind of to try to defuse it, so to speak. So I feel like that's an accomplishment that I'm proud of.
Good. Was there anything else that you think that you would have asked yourself before we start moving on?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything. I feel good about our conversation, and I'm glad we got a chance to talk today.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm sure our viewers will have multiple questions for you, so if they do, please feel free to answer them.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be checking the comment section on YouTube.
Please leave a comment.
I'll be answering. Comment, subscribe, share.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, that's it.
If you are interested in a specific career path or know someone who'd like to be interviewed, please email us at askalutely@gmail.com. That's basically absolutely without the BS.
I'm saying it right.
You're not.
Courier.
Okay, that's better.
Courier.
You're accentuating the ending courier.
You're saying career. That's
Courier.
what it sounds like. Courier.
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 Courier. Courier.